Hi. I'm going to sit here for a little while and talk with myself. So I show you where I am. I am here near the creek. It's a nice shady spot here. I like it. It's a beautiful day today, and I have had delicious lunch not too long ago, and ate really nice lunch, Chinese food, together with my wife Bonnie, and then we went home, and then I read the last piece of a book that I was reading, and finished reading that book, and now I'm sitting here, and I have a particular topic that I want to explore, and it is based on my conversation this morning with Annemiek, because we were talking again about the importance of paying attention to your body while you have embodied language. And so that's something that I would like to talk about. And I'm grateful to Annemiek for her explanation, and if you understand Dutch, please go to her YouTube channel. It's called Luisterend Spreken. It's a Dutch YouTube channel where she speaks in Dutch about her embodied language. Very beautiful. And so I feel inspired by that. And I feel very happy that at this point we can just so calmly talk about what happens in our body. And we can attend to our body while we talk. Oh, I believe there are mosquitoes around here, and they always like me. But I'll try to withstand the mosquitoes. Maybe I need to get up and walk again, because they usually like me too much. And then I get all itchy. I already feel it. But even though that is the case, I do you see them land on me? Maybe you do. I don't know. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They are. And they like my skin, you know. Let me see. Yeah. I think I better, or I don't think, I'm just gonna get up. My body tells me to get up and to just start walking, because otherwise I get eaten alive here. I guess they like it near the creek, you know, because in the sun there are not that many. So I'm going. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna walk on the path again. Ooh, I already got bitten a couple of times on my head, and I already feel kind of itchy on my head. But yeah, that's the topic of today. Yeah, I feel this itchiness on my skin, but it's not too bad. So, and here I walk in the sun. And here in the sun, there's no mosquitoes. They like to hang out in these shady spots near the creek. Okay, well. So there was one particular matter which I would like to address, and that is this particular description that I was at the end of our conversation this morning with Annemiek, that I was all of a sudden mentioning to her, and it was really interesting because in that moment that I mentioned it to her, I felt that we both knew exactly what we were talking about, and that that experience of your body is so beautiful when your language is facilitating that experience, when your language allows you to fully have that experience, and when your language helps you and supports you in fully feeling what you're feeling, experiencing what you're experiencing, and then also expressing that. So it is a sort of a multidimensional phenomenon that happens. But I would like to go back. It is not so much going back. It is something that I want to further explore. There is, of course, the possibility to talk about something that, let's say, for instance, I don't know, I have these mosquito bites, right? I've been bitten on the back of my head and in my neck, and that's itchy. Okay, so there is this possibility of talking about that itchiness here, and then there is, so your attention goes to this itchiness, but what is that? What is that attention goes there? You can have that attention go there, and then you describe that experience, but you can also be that experience, being in that itchiness, experiencing what that itchiness is. And that's a different thing. And so it's very strange, if I now describe this, right, just because of how I describe that, it changes the experience. You could say initially, when I'm just describing that, okay, my head is scratchy, yeah, that is a description which brings attention to that spot where it is itchy, because it's not itchy on my legs, or it's not itchy on my hand. No, it's itchy on my head, right? So the attention then goes to my head. However, it is different when my attention is in this experience. And by describing it as such, by letting myself know that that is possible, that you can be in that experience of itchiness, that is very wonderful. it's almost like then all of a sudden I do not feel itchy anymore. It's very strange. I still feel some sort of a tickling sensation, but all of a sudden you could say I am experiencing it, I'm allowing it, I am not resisting it, I am just experiencing it. And it's actually pleasant. So odd that, but when you describe it in the first way, yeah, that I just said, that my attention goes to my head. Oh yeah, I this is where it itches. Yeah, then you do not experience that. Then you are just describing the itchiness from, you could almost say, as if you were then experiencing the itchiness from without. And now you can actually begin to sense like, okay, you can actually experience it from within. And this is so unusual because, of course, we are not used to experiencing from within what it is that we're experiencing, because our language doesn't usually allow that. But our embodied language does allow that. As a matter of fact, it's almost inevitable that when, with your embodied language, you let your attention go to wherever your attention wants to go, whatever's in your attention gets the attention and is described by you in embodied language. So as you let that happen, you come into that experience, and you notice the difference between the, yeah, you could say, the rather factual description of the experience or the actual experience. And so I really like the latter one. I really like to experience, and it is, in my view, not as pleasant, not as meaningful also to just only talk about the experience and to not fully experience it, because that is what it is. You are then not, if you only say, oh, I am itchy, then you are not really fully experiencing what you are describing. And I have in the past so often felt frustrated about this, that I felt frustrated about the conversation in which I somehow already knew that this is possible and that I wanted this, and that the conversation wouldn't allow that. The conversation didn't go there. And this is what I like so much about my conversation with Annemiek, that our conversation is allowed to go there. We can actually do that deliberately and then explore that, and then you can begin to say like, wow, so there is this possibility that people have never really capitalized on. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here underneath this tree. It's a nice shady spot. Let's hope that there's no mosquitoes here. Okay. I don't see it. I'll put on my glasses to see, because I can, with my glasses on, I can see if they're landing on me. I don't see anyone's landing on me here. Not yet. So maybe they're all hanging out at the creek. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, here I'm at a sort of a, what is this? This is kind of like a place where people play baseball and stuff like that, you know, in the park. Yeah. So once again, there is this experience which can be directly expressed. And it is such a joy to express your experience directly. To feel that you are doing that, to know that you are doing that, to enjoy that you are doing that. It is, and of course there is this joy, there is this elation, this sense of happiness, because you know very well that this has not been possible. And oh yeah, this is also something that I want to thank my friend Annemiek for, that she was talking about in her video. She was talking about the need to get used to this, and the way in which all these experiences in our body, all these meanings that we give to these experiences, that there is these experiences, they settle in our body, they change our body. And so to embody your language is a phenomenal experience. And also something that, as Annemiek was saying, something that you have to get used to. And I'm still getting used to it. Even though I've done this for so many years, I'm still getting used to it. And that is because nobody does this, and because I'm the only one who's doing it. And then even though I am doing it, yeah, you're surrounded by people who are not doing this. And of course I'm also affected by that. And of course I also have my conditioning history. And yet I know that this is possible. And it is so delightful to have this. And Annemiek was saying that when the silence begins to speak, then she feels grounded, and that's exactly right. You ground your language in your body. You know, I still feel a little bit itchy from the mosquitoes, but it is a pleasant experience. It is so strange how that is no longer bothering me. Before it was, but now it isn't. And to fully embody your experience is, of course, your language enlightenment. Yeah. So nice to not describe the experience, but to be the experience. And to not bring your attention to the experience, but let the experience speak. if you listen to this, you gotta let me know. Yeah, you can experience this, right? If you hear me like this, of course you can hear this, and of course you can feel this also, because I am experiencing it. And so, if I were to be angry or frustrated or distracted or annoyed or, yeah, then you would hear something else. But I'm not like that. I'm like this. And you can also be like this. You can also, with your embodied language, express your language enlightenment. Woo! Yeah.